Hey guys, how's it going? So this video, I'm just going to go over a bunch of guys that I subscribe to and follow on YouTube. And all these channels should be able to help you out a lot, or if you just like watching fabrication, I'll give you a little info on them. I'm subscribed to a ton of fabrication channels, so I'll give you the ones that I watch and a little bit about them, and I'll have links below to each channel. Alright, so the first one, everybody should know if you're into welding. It's Welding Tips and Tricks. And Jody's been doing it for like, I don't know, 8-10 years. So he's got a backlog, tons and tons of videos. He does everything, arc welding, MIG, TIG. What else does he do? There's more than that. Anyways, tons of it. Aluminum, steel, stainless. I think he does brass and copper on there even. Backlogs of videos. Go check him out. He's an amazing dude. Next we got 6061.com, and this is Aaron, and I've watched his videos probably about 2 years. When I started welding aluminum, I was always back on his, just watching how he fed rod and all that stuff. And actually he told me how he feeds rod, and that's how I do it now. But he's got a good backlog of videos. If you love aluminum, especially artistic looking aluminum, go watch out his videos. Next is Zilla. Z-I-L-A, and this dude's a career welder. He does like heavy equipment stuff, so he does lots of flux core, actually quite a bit of aluminum, like pulsed MIG and all that, and he's a great dude. He's helped me out a ton. Like if you want loads of knowledge, go to his channel and just watch him. You can veg out on these 20-minute videos all about characteristics of 6061 or 5052 and all the filler metals, and it's really nice. Go check out his videos. He's great. Then there's Fabrication Series, and oh man, I can't think of his name right now. Sorry, dude. But anyways, I started watching a couple years ago, and he did a ton of roll cage stuff. So he teaches you how to bend tubing to the right angles, how to figure out where you're going to need to cope and all that. Super interesting. And now he's getting a lot more into welding. He's got these amazing looking stainless welds. He does he did some titanium, bunch of pie cuts. I used to do tons and tons of stainless pie cuts, so I haven't watched all those ones because I'm too burnt out on it. But anyways, check his out. He's got amazing videos. And then there's Monkey Fabrication Garage, and I just found him a couple months ago. But he does some really cool work. If you like just turning on a channel and watching for 20 or 40 minutes of just somebody tinkering and welding and all that, he's your guy. He does a bunch of aftermarket like parts for cars, lots of exhaust parts, and he's been doing a lot of aluminum boxes. Like I think they're cooling cans. I'm not sure, but anyways, lots and lots of it, and it's just good to veg out on that. Then there's Fab Forums. You've probably heard of him. He does, right now he's got this crazy Mustang build that's just this, I don't know, it's like a modern rat rod on like a 80s Fox body or 90s, something like that. But he's got a bunch of good tips. He shows a bunch of good tools. Like every Friday he has a new tool that he shows everybody. That's a good one. Hourglass Fab is the next one, and he just started. He moved over from Instagram. He's a good dude. He's trying to get up there, and he builds these awesome rests. I need to buy one. But basically it's a put together yourself, or he'll do it. But you weld it all together and then clamp it down, and you can adjust your rest all the way up, whatever angle you want. So when you're doing slides down boxes, you get a nice steady thing. I've always made my own, and they look like crap, and I've been eyeballing one of his for a while. But he's got a ton of videos about basics and then really cool things so you can put on your TIG torch, and he's really good at camera work, so he's got a bunch of cinematography type things on there. It's good. Check him out. Brazil Welds. I don't understand a damn word he says, but he has some amazing welds and some good tutorials if you just watch. If you know Spanish, that's even better because you'll understand them. But definitely check him out. He does tons of pipe weld. That's his main thing, but he knows his stuff. So go check him out. Oh, then there's Alan's Welding and Woodworking. He makes like tons of barbecue, I guess barbecues and fire pits and stuff. And it's amazing what he can do. All he has is a MIG welder and a cutting torch, and he just cuts out the most beautiful stuff by hand. All these perfect letters, you know, no dross on them after he's done. And like he'll make these octagon like fire pits that fit together perfect. And all he's using is, you know, marking everything out with some soapstone and then going over it with a cutting torch by hand, and it just comes out perfect. Anyways, check him out. He's awesome. And then Pithy Bikes. So this dude, he lives in like San Francisco. I bet he's like an office dude, but he has this channel where he went from start to finish of learning how to weld and then building his own bike. And it's all trial and error. So he bought like a mini lathe, a mini mill, I think like an Everlast TIG welder. And then he just shows himself practicing, learning everything, setting everything up, cutting everything, recutting everything because it wasn't right, you know. And he just gets this bike just dialed from start to finish. It took him like a year. I watched every time he put up a video. Anyways, that's really cool. I love seeing stuff like that. Then there's Weld.com, and they just every week put out a video. I'm sure you guys have heard of them, but every week they put out a new video. And the dude they have now, Bob Moffett, awesome welder. And so they'll do anything, stick, MIG, TIG, all that sort of stuff. And they just go through the basics and they'll show you. Oh yeah, they did some DC aluminum on there. That was really cool to watch. But they just show everything. And you can comment on there, and if they get enough of one thing, then they'll, in that video, they'll do that thing. Check them out. Tons of stuff to learn off of that. Then there's Retro Weld. Retro Weld's pretty cool because he combines like making, like I don't know if you guys watch that stuff, but you know, building really cool furniture and stuff and metalwork all together. And he made this really crazy chair that I want to put in my bar. It's like all metal and wood, and he takes these legs and he just heats them up. It's like I think 3/4 inch steel, solid round bar, and he just draws it out on the table and then tacks some pieces on there so he can bend it just perfectly to that. And he does 4 of those legs. And anyways, really cool videos on his. Then there's Jimbo's Garage. I started watching this guy like a year ago. Really cool dude. He reminds me of my uncle, but he has his home shop and he's just been taking on side projects for people, and he'll just learn as he goes and he'll teach you as he goes. And he does some really nice fence work and some big stuff. I think he owns a construction company. Anyways, good stuff, good dude. Check him out. Texas Viking, TXS Viking. Now this dude, he's been doing I think it's oil and gas line work down in Texas for, I think he said 30 years. I don't know how his channel doesn't have 1 million subscribers, but he knows his stuff. He does all the crazy like Inconel, 316 stainless. He does, what else? Lots of brazing work actually, silver solder I mean, and then a lot of aluminum actually, but all these crazy like non-corrosive materials like that Inconel, and then I don't know, it's just really cool to watch. And he does a long form format too, so some of his videos are 20 minutes, and it'll just be the job that he has that day. He'll just turn on the camera, say what he's doing, go through, weld it all, show it off, and it's just amazing. I could veg out on that for a long time. NTH Welding's the next dude, and he's got a really cool channel. He doesn't have very many videos, but he'll just film himself at work doing whatever it is, mostly aluminum, and he's really good. He does some under the hood stuff, and it's nice to watch that stuff, especially with somebody who's like a career welder, so he knows his stuff. And then there's Paul Hortons Welder Series. He's been going for probably 10 years, and he's got some awesome stuff, especially he has this really cool technique with TIG where he has like a number 5 cup, real short tungsten, like almost up inside, and that's how I learned. But then he'll just bump the foot pedal the whole time, and he has the amps probably doubled what most people weld with, but he just knows how to do it. And he just pop, 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 do a full halfway around 1 3/4 tube, and it's just a perfect stack of dimes all the way around. Anyways, he has a really cool series. Go check him out. Then there's Ramsey Customs. Ramsey Customs is everything. It's pretty cool. He has long form format videos mostly too, and he'll build like, you know, shop tools that he needs, or just really things like you don't even think about, like, I don't know how to build that, and he'll just boop 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 build this awesome tool, and you're like, that's pretty neat. Anyways, check him out. He's always got new videos up, and he's a good dude. Fieldress. Travis Fieldress. Anyways, Fieldress is the channel, and he's this amazing pipe welder from up in Canada, and man, he'll just film himself welding titanium, aluminum, a lot of steel, Inconel, all these crazy materials usually, and it's just like beautiful root passes, and he does what do they call it? Through the gap welding, so that he'll just stick the fill rod all the way through to the bottom, look through the gap, and weld up that way. He doesn't have to cock his head over. I've never been able to do it, but it's amazing. Check him out. Then if you like funny ones, there's Ichiban Moto if you're into mechanic stuff. He's not really a welder or anything, but it's funny as crap. We watch him all the time, and he's a real mechanic, but then he just has the funniest videos, and like new people that watch him don't know if he's serious or joking, and I don't know, it's funny. Check him out. And then last but not least, we got Paps Boys Roadhouse. I found these guys a few months back, and they're hilarious. PBR drinkers like me, and all they do is work on cars, and just it's funny as crap. Alright, well, hopefully some of these channels help you out. A lot of them are informational, some of them are just fun and good to watch, but that's about it. Take it easy, guys.